unfortunately, there were 6 weeks of arduous negotiation and then bipartisan agreement to a deal that got blown up by a tweet.
So let's talk about what comes next, because Republicans in their private meeting, they made a handshake agreement to cut $2.5 trillion in spending next year when they presumably hope to raise the debt limit. To get to that figure, it strikes me and a lot of others that entitlements could be endangered. Does this means Republicans, despite what they say, are going to propose cuts to Medicare and Social Security, perhaps Medicaid?
The Democrats viewed this as a first assault on Social Security and Medicare of the 119th Congress. They were really beginning plans to try to dismantle basic entitlements that the American people have built up and paid into over the years. And so we know that they would much rather have a big tax cut for the wealthy. The last tax cut they did gave 83% of their benefits to the richest Americans. And so they want to repeat that while undermining Social Security, Medicare, the Affordable Care Act, anything that is an expression of solidarity among people who live in different classes.
So what are you going to do about that? I mean, they do have a majority. Granted, they will have a slimmer one in the House than they had in this Congress, but they have the advantage of a president, and they control the Senate. And based on the rules, their plan, at least, they want to do this through reconciliation, which means they would only need a simple majority. Do Democrats have a way to stop them from making such cuts?
Well, of course, there's the filibuster on the Senate side, but we also think that there might be some reason within at least a handful of Republicans left. And remember, after 3 Republicans leave right at the beginning of the new Congress, including Matt Gaetz and Elise Stefanik, there's going to be a 1-vote majority. They cannot afford to lose 1 vote, whether that's to political defection or illness or even a complete divorce from the caucus. Already, they've lost 1 member, Victoria Spartz from Indiana, who said she is no longer a Republican. She's an independent and she's not caucusing with them. So it's a famously divisive and cannibalistic group of people. Now they're talking about toppling Mike Johnson. So we don't think we're going to have a hard time, again, injecting ourselves in a completely unified way, as we did under the leadership of Hakeem Jeffries over the last couple of days, to assert the interests of the American people.
I guess the concern, though, is, right, that President-elect Trump has made this his goal, right? He wants to extend those tax cuts, and without ballooning, if he doesn't want to balloon the deficit, they're going to have to make cuts. I just wonder, is that more a hope or a plan that you're describing there?
Look, there are, a dozen Republican representatives who are in districts that Joe Biden won, or where Kamala Harris won or essentially tied an election. Those people have got to be very nervous about what's coming in the midterm elections. The Democrats are totally unified, totally focused, and we believe that we are defending not just the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, but also our opportunity to make progress for the American people.
Well, we'll be watching next year. Congressman Raskin, we do wish you and your family a happy holidays.
Thank you kindly. You too.
Coming up next, concerns